Okay, hello. I'm recording this video at almost exactly midnight. I haven't done a video in about a little bit over a week, like around there. And I've got quite a lot I feel like I can talk about now. To start with, I've been really going like balls to the walls with my work. I've been trying to build up like a baseline of money, and now I feel like I've achieved that. I've got a good amount of savings, I've got a good amount of expendable money, a good amount of, I've got like experiences lined up that I've been able to pay for, that I'm really looking forward to, that I feel like I'm going to be able to look back on one day. A lot of what I do now is in preparation for the future. I like being organized, and I'm thinking like, oh, when I get really old, I'm gonna want these memories. I like to be able to say I've done stuff instead of just sitting in a room all day playing video games. I have been doing quite a lot of Overwatch. I'm so close to Platinum support. I'm so unbelievably close, and then I want to hopefully get Diamond on tank. Probably going to try main Winston, I think. That's what I'm thinking anyway. But yeah, like I just wanna do cool stuff. You only live once. Just send it. Do things like, even if you may regret them in the future, I think the knowledge and like gladness that you've done that will outweigh the regret a ton. So yeah, I've been really working hard. I got a promotion at one point. Well, promotion is a bit of an exaggeration. Not really. I got assigned new tasks, which are a little bit better, but I like to phrase it as a promotion. But yeah, I've worked up to a good amount of money where, I feel like I don't have to worry about anything. I've got it, I can pay for it, I can do it, it's all good. And there's something about working in a way where you can contribute to others that I find is really, really rewarding. Like, really rewarding. When I feel like I'm helping someone else, or when I feel like I'm, kind of enhancing someone else's lifestyle, I'm maybe being quite exuberant, or I'm making them feel more happy. It really makes a difference in myself, I found. Like, I've been quite I can be quite, I'm not going to say up and down, but my mood can change quite rapidly based on what I see, what I hear, what I do. Like, I would say overall I'm very stable, but there are a few certain things that can happen that I know can make me feel like physically sick. I can trying to think of an example that I can say. But yeah, a few certain things can really put a downer on something or put an upper on something, I found. And it makes everything interesting. It allows you to kind of keep into perspective that feelings and emotions, they come, they go. It's a part of life. You just gotta accept them and embrace them, and then you can do with them whatever you want. But yeah, my work. I want to talk about my work a little bit more. Might be a bit of a dry topic, but this video is more for me, so it doesn't matter to me. Yeah, I've been really... I love my co-workers. I've got a co-worker called Grace who I really like. I've got a co-worker called Jack who, like, straight away when we had a shift together, we just straight away clicked. Everything was amazing. We had so much to talk about. It was amazing. Got got this sweet old lady called Beverly who absolutely loves me, you know, so touchy, so like kind of imagine like a badass grandma, you know, like a generic one, isn't afraid to start a fight with people, but also just the sweetest, nicest, smiliest person when she's happy. You know, there are some more girls at my work as well who I get along with, you know, like we have fun, but yeah, Grace and Jack are my main two favorite co-workers, and then my manager is really nice, you know, I enjoy him. I enjoy like talking with him. He's quite smiley, he's quite chatty. It makes me feel kind of appreciated, which is an important thing. Feeling appreciated to me means a lot. But yeah, I'm really enjoying my work right now, even though it can get a bit monotonous at times. You know, it can be occasionally a little bit like, you know, working with customers, they can be a bit grumpy sometimes, but I found it's kind of I put a challenge on myself to see, even if they're grumpy, if I can just make them smile, you know, maybe like joking around with them, or if they're being more grumpy, you know, being really, even just giving them a smile in the first place, like a full wide smile. It often helps them, and you know, you never know what's going on with them. They might have just been having a bad day, they might have just been a little bit kind of woke up on the wrong side of the bed. But yeah, I've been enjoying that. Being busy is kind of a blessing in disguise, I think, because it allows you to, or at least for me, I found it allows me to go to sleep knowing, you know, like, you've really helped people today. Often when you're busy, like for example meeting up with friends and everything, you know, you have so much fun, like you do loads of stupid stuff. I remember when me and my friends broke into like this, well, not broke into, but we kind of crept into this abandoned gym and everything, and like we were climbing on the rafters and whatever. It was amazing. And I just remember that night when I went to bed, I was so like, it feels weird saying it because I wasn't really being productive, I was just having tons of fun, you know, but I'll always remember it. And I went to bed so happy, thinking like, oh, that was such a good day today. But that's just a little side note. I've got about 1 million of those. Some have happened recently, some are way in the past with people that aren't really in contact anymore. You know, I feel like with people who lose contact sometimes, it's a good idea to be the person to reach out to them. You know, don't always wait for them to or don't expect them to just, you know, return into your life straight like that. It depends on the person. Like, if they're a bit more enjoy their solitude, or they're really busy like with their own life, it's a good idea. Often I try and give them a bit of space, but reassuring them, you know, that they're here if you just talk to them a bit is a really important, beneficial thing that you can do. If I've been talking a bit too far away from the microphone, I might have to go back and increase the volume when I upload this. Let's hope. Okay, what else has been going on in my life recently? I've been trying not to get too carried away now that I have like a good amount of money that I have saved, that I've worked hard for, that hasn't just been given to me. You know, I've got like an itch to like waste the money. I've bought some stupid stuff, like I have. Just fun, but again, like, you only live once, you know, it's just a fun little, there are fun little things you can do. But I really want to use my money for just to have like the cool experiences, you know, like all the material possessions, you know, like getting some new clothes and something. I'm going to do that. I've kind of got I like planning and making wish lists. Like I've got a full notepad of everything that I want, which I love making them. I just keep going into them again and again. Is this a bit crooked? I think it might be. Whatever. That's definitely even more crooked, but you know what, it's not a big deal. But yeah, I've been, now that I feel like I am really, I've got loads going on, you know, I've got a lot going on in my life now. When I don't, like today I had a day where I didn't do too much, you know, I went out tonight, had training, I was working on some stuff with Beth, you know, like even just communicating as a mixed badminton pair and like a mixed badminton couple, it's really rewarding in a sense that you're kind of helping them, you're helping each other in a way, you're also talking through like your mind, and you're having an amazing time, like you're having so much fun with what you're doing, you both love it. It's a good feeling. So I had that today, but I found now that when I don't have, like if I've only got one thing going on in the day, I'm a bit more, what's the word, I feel very, not empty, I wouldn't say I feel empty, like I still feel very fulfilled, but it's just like I want to be doing more. If you're doing nothing for a long period of time, you can kind of get into the trap of like being okay with it. But then when you start doing a lot and you suddenly have a 1 day or 2 day period of just not much going on, it's really like a shock to the system. You might be thinking, oh, I really need this rest, but then you get impatient and you get restless and you just kind of, you want to be doing things. I found that really recently, you know, like I've experienced it firsthand, and I can say like it massively is something I experience like quite strongly. I can feel it in my, I'm not going to say that, I can feel it within, kind of like a longing or a yearning to do something, to speak to people, to just kind of live life. Like I often just go out and do stupid stuff by myself, not stupid stuff, but like I go out and like try and find an amazing nature spot, or I go out and like explore a new area of somewhere that I've never been, you know, just stuff like that. I often try and go with people, or like I try and do something a little bit social occasionally, but I often also just like the time to myself. What else did I want to talk about? I think that's been the main things going on in my life, really. Like I've had so much change over the past 3 months. Like it's probably the most change I've ever had in my life at one point. The last 3 months have just been a complete like just cornucopia of like change and trying new stuff and figuring out what I like, what I don't like, but I'm really grateful for it all, you know. Like it's helped give me perspective in a lot of ways, and now I have a much better understanding of the direction I want to take. Like I've got a lot more of a secure plan for the future. I feel like it's given me a lot more confidence as well. Like my confidence has absolutely skyrocketed in the last few months. Like I would say the past year I've been fairly confident. Like I haven't been afraid to ask for stuff. I feel very grounded, very anchored, very I don't want to say self-centered, but I also kind of do, but not in a bad way. Like I'm caring about myself first. I still really care about other people's opinions, but I don't value them over my own. I will ask for advice and stuff, but you know, I'm my top priority, especially right now. But these last 3 months it's been like a complete change, and I've noticed it in myself. It's not really an outwards, you know, loud, arrogant confidence that I've developed. It's more of a, I feel it inside, and weirdly, like, I've had people notice it and tell me just that, like, I seem a bit different. I seem like quite assured of people have said I seem assured of myself, which I take as like a huge. Sorry, I'm looking at my shelf and I've just realised I haven't put a screw in one of the holes that I should have. It's midnight. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it now. Maybe after the video. But yeah. Oh, that's another thing I want to talk about. I've been chopping firewood for about 2 months straight, basically, having just dedicating like a part of the day to like properly get good at. So I've used an axe, I've used a saw. Right now I'm favouring the saw because it's a bit easier on the hands. Like, my hands, they still get really calloused with the saw, but they were just getting beaten up by the axe. Like, and I just, because it isn't like a big, like one of those, it's just like a really tiny axe. You just whoosh, 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 and it's a bit painful on the wrist as well. You know, like I've done loads of wrist strengthening exercises for my badminton, and it's still really affected it. So I'm just sticking with the saw right now. But it's finally got cold enough. Like, right now it's 6 degrees, I think. It's finally got cold enough to have fires, and it's really like, it's so satisfying to finally be able to use all the wood that I've cut, because it makes it feel like, you know, this is a result of my effort. I did good. I'm just kind of waffling on right now. I haven't got much more to talk about, I don't think. I'm trying to think what else I really want to go into. Like, I've met loads of new people recently, especially my co-workers. The shop that I work in predominantly has people my age shopping, so just all the time I'm like starting new conversations with people, you know, like, just like, it's not really a long-lasting conversation, like it's more of a minute or 2 minute endeavor, but it's kind of like, I really enjoy it, you know, just hearing all about different people, them hearing about me. You know, I wouldn't say I've really made friends with any of them, but like, I've had good conversations, and I'm doing good right now. Overall, I'm doing good. I'm quite happy. I've got some personal stuff going on, which it's like it's a work in progress right now. But I'm sure all my efforts and things will bear fruit. I'm not sure if I want to talk about anything else really. I think that's it. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just going to end it there. So thank you for watching. You know, I'm going to try and make one of these every week. I say that every time, and I'm always just a week and a half, or like just about 2 weeks. But I will try and make them every week. So yeah, thank you for listening, and put out another video soon.